Imagine this. You're standing at the doorway of a new chapter in your life, and all that's stopping you from stepping through is your mindset. Welcome to English Avenue, the place where you don't just improve your English, but where you transform your entire life. Because here, the truth is simple. You deserve unlimited success, love, happiness, and abundance. And it all starts in one place, your mind. Your mind is everything, so let me make you a promise. By the end of this journey, you won't just be learning words, you'll be learning how to change your destiny. This isn't just a motivational lesson, it's your wake-up call. Let's begin with the game of life. Picture yourself in a hard moment. Maybe money is low, maybe people doubt you, maybe nothing seems to work. You're tempted to give up. But stop, breathe, look around. This moment is the most important moment of your life. Because life is a game you must play every single day. And like any game, you need to know the rules. The first one, stop comparing yourself to others. Your only competition is who you were yesterday. Forget the neighbor with rich parents, forget the classmate with connections. Their path isn't yours. Your job is to look in the mirror and say, I am my own competition. And here's the twist. Sometimes you have to be bad. Not reckless, not lawless, but bold enough to break society's small expectations. Maybe people tell you to play safe, to settle, to follow their rules. But the truth is, extraordinary lives are never built by following ordinary advice. If you believe in something, chase it. If you want to build a business, start it. If you want to focus on your dreams instead of fitting in, do it. People will talk, let them. Remember, a snake without poison is just a toy. You are here to be powerful, not invisible. Now let's talk about becoming unstoppable. Every great person was once laughed at. Steve Jobs, Elon Musk, Bill Gates, all were doubted, all were called failures. But they didn't quit. They didn't let other people's opinions define their reality. Pain is temporary, but quitting makes it permanent. Winners push through storms until the sun rises again. That's how legends are made, and that's how your story will be written too. Of course, success isn't only about mindset, it's about habits. Wake up early, before the world wakes up and starts distracting you. Give yourself the gift of quiet hours where you can think, plan, and build. Work deeply. Not shallow, distracted multitasking, but focused effort on mastering one skill. Just 4 to 5 hours of deep work can change everything. Move your body daily, even for 15 minutes, because strength fuels confidence and energy. These small disciplines, repeated, turn into unstoppable momentum. And finally, leadership. Leaders don't wait for permission. They don't follow crowds, they create paths. Fear, they face it. Time, they control it. The average person wastes days on gossip and scrolling, but winners treat time like treasure. Every second matters. Every moment is an opportunity. Don't tell the world your plan. Show them your results. So here's your truth. You have one life, one chance, one opportunity. Don't waste it living by someone else's rules. Don't waste it waiting for the perfect moment. Don't waste it doubting yourself. The world belongs to those who dare, those who fight, those who refuse to quit. If this message sparked something inside you, if you're ready to rise, then take action right now. Subscribe to this channel, join the English Avenue family, and commit to your transformation. Because you weren't born to be average. You were born to win. Imagine waking up tomorrow and realizing that the only thing standing between you and the life you dream of is your mindset. That's right. Success doesn't begin with money, connections, or luck. It begins with belief. Because belief fuels action, and action creates results. Repeat this with me. I deserve unlimited success. I have the power to achieve it. When you plant this thought deep inside your mind, you're no longer a prisoner of doubt. You're an architect of your own destiny. Here's the truth. Your mind is your most powerful weapon. Every achievement in history began as a single thought. Airplanes, electricity, the internet. All of it came from people who first believed, then acted. If your thoughts are small, your life will be small. But if your thoughts are bold, your life can be extraordinary. Now let's talk about hardship. Life will throw storms your way. Failures, losses, heartbreak, rejection. But remember this, pain is temporary. Nothing lasts forever. The people who win are not the ones who never struggle, but the ones who keep going even when it hurts. Persistence always beats pain. And here's a rule you must live by. Stop comparing yourself to others. Their journey is not your journey. You might see someone richer, smarter, or more successful, but you don't know their battles, their sacrifices, or their failures. Your only competition is the person in the mirror. Strive to be better today than you were yesterday. That's real growth. But sometimes to truly grow, you must be bold enough to break the rules. Not the laws of society, but the invisible rules other people try to place on you. Don't dream too big. Don't take risks. Stay in your lane. Forget that. Greatness requires you to walk your own path, even if nobody else understands it. The world doesn't need another copy. It needs the real you. And here's the final step. Act. Not tomorrow, not next week, today. Take small daily actions. Write that page, make that call, learn that skill, save that dollar. Alone, they may seem small, but together they build momentum. Like drops of water filling an ocean, your daily efforts compound into massive success. So, if you're ready to shift your mindset and claim the life you deserve, start now. Believe in your power. Silence the comparisons. Break free from limits and take one step today. Because your future is built not on what you dream, but on what you do. If this message hit home for you, don't let it end here. Subscribe, like, and join this journey. Your transformation starts with one decision, and that decision is yours. Success is not a mystery. It's a set of rules, and the people who follow them consistently are the ones who rise above the rest. So today, I want to give you practical, no-nonsense rules you can start using immediately to change your life. First rule, play the game daily. Life is a game of decisions, and every day you get another turn. Don't wait for the perfect moment when it doesn't exist. Ask yourself each morning, what is the single best action I can take today? Then do it. Success isn't built in one leap. It's built in 1,000 daily moves. Second rule, stop comparing. Comparison is the thief of joy and the killer of progress. You are not racing against your neighbor, your colleague, or that influencer online. Your only opponent is your past self. If you are even 1% better than you were yesterday, you are winning. This is you versus you, and that's the only game that matters. Third rule, be willing to look bad. Most people stay average because they're afraid of looking foolish. They don't start the YouTube channel, they don't pitch the idea, they don't speak up, because they're scared of judgment. But here's the truth. Every great innovator looked bad before they looked brilliant. Be bold enough to do what's right for your growth, even if others laugh. Fourth rule, wake up early. The morning is your secret weapon. When the world is quiet, distractions vanish and your mind is sharp. Win the morning, and you set the tone for the day. Use those early hours not for scrolling, but for building. Fifth rule, commit to deep work. Choose one skill, one mission, and pour yourself into it for 4 to 5 focused hours a day. No multitasking, no endless notifications. This is how masters are made. Every skill you sharpen puts you ahead of 99% of people who scatter their energy. Sixth rule, protect your energy. Success is a marathon, not a sprint, and your body is the engine that carries you. Move it daily. Just 10-15 minutes of exercise can change your mood, your focus, and your confidence. Think of it as charging your battery before going to war with the day. Follow these rules and life stops being random. You take control. You create momentum. You rise. So here's my challenge for you. Starting tomorrow morning, pick just one of these rules and commit to it. Then each week add another. In a few months, your habits will transform and so will your life. If this resonated with you, don't just leave inspired. Act. Hit that subscribe button, drop a comment about which rule you'll start with, and share this with someone who needs it. Because success multiplies when we grow together. Have you ever shared a dream with someone only to be met with laughter, doubt, or the dreaded words, "Be realistic"? If so, you're not alone. Every person who's ever done something extraordinary has faced mockery, skepticism, and resistance. But here's the truth. Their doubt has nothing to do with your destiny. People will doubt you because they are projecting their own limits onto you. They can't imagine themselves achieving it, so they assume you can't either. But their limits are not your limits. Their fears are not your future. The question is, will you let their voices dictate your path, or will you trust your own? Here's a powerful rule. Keep your goals private until they're strong enough to stand on their own. When dreams are still seedlings, they're fragile. One careless word, one dismissive laugh can crush them. So protect your vision, work quietly, build silently, and let your results announce themselves when the time is right. Yes, the doubt will sting. The mockery may hurt, but you can flip that energy. Use their disbelief as fuel. Every insult, every smirk, every "you can't" can become rocket fuel for your persistence. Because when you succeed, and you will if you refuse to quit, The same people who mocked you will be forced to respect you. History is full of people who were laughed at before they were admired. Think of the Wright brothers called crazy for believing humans could fly, or Elon Musk, mocked for building electric cars when everyone said it was impossible. Doubt was their companion, but persistence was their answer. So when people doubt you, smile. They're giving you proof that you're dreaming big enough. And when the pressure gets heavy, remember this. Your vision was given to you for a reason. Not to them, not to the crowd, to you. Persist, push forward. And one day, your results will silence every critic. If this message hit home, take a second right now. Subscribe. Drop a comment about the biggest doubt you've overcome. And share this with someone who's facing negativity. Let's build a community where we fuel each other's dreams instead of killing them. Because together, we can prove every doubter wrong. Imagine starting each day with the feeling that you are fully in control. Not of the world, not of other people, but of yourself. That's what true success is built on. Not luck, not shortcuts, but the daily architecture of your habits. The way you design your routine becomes the blueprint of your future. It all begins in the morning. Winners don't stumble into the day. They set the tone for it. Waking up early is more than a discipline. It's a declaration. I control my time, not the other way around. The early hours are your sacred window, a chance to plan, to align, and to get ahead before the world starts pulling at you. Then comes the focus block. This is the heart of your day when it's 4 to 5 hours of deep, uninterrupted work on one skill, one project, one mission that matters. No multitasking, no distractions, just pure, undivided energy channeled into what moves your life forward. Think of it as compounding interest for your mind. Every focused hour today multiplies your results tomorrow. But focus without energy is useless. That's why daily movement is non-negotiable. 10 to 15 minutes of exercise is not about building a perfect body. It's about training discipline and fueling your energy. A stronger body supports a stronger mind, and both are weapons in the game of life. Just as important as training the body is managing the mind. You must protect your mental space. Gossip, endless scrolling, toxic comparisons, they don't just waste time. They drain clarity and confidence. Guard your thoughts like a treasure because what fills your mind eventually builds your reality. And finally, the evening. Too many people collapse into the night without reflection, but greatness demands closure. End your day by reviewing what you accomplished, what you learned, and how you'll improve tomorrow. Then rest deeply, intentionally, as knowing that your time is finite and precious. Each day lived with intention is a day invested, not wasted. So here's the truth. Success is not built in one giant leap. It's built in the quiet consistency of a routine that sharpens you day after day, morning to evening. Discipline becomes destiny. If you're ready to take control of your time, start designing your habit architecture today. And if this inspired you, hit subscribe, like this video, and share it with someone who needs to hear it. Because success isn't luck, it's routine, multiplied over time. What if I told you that your entire future could change by mastering just one skill? Not 10, not 20, and 1. That's the hidden strategy behind almost every extraordinary success story in history. The world doesn't reward people who are kind of good at everything. It rewards those who go all in, become world-class at one thing, and use that mastery as leverage. The first step is choosing wisely. Don't scatter your energy across random interests. Identify the one skill with the highest impact for your life and goals. Ask yourself, if I became excellent at just this, how would it transform everything else? For some, it's communication. For others, coding, design, leadership, or even discipline itself. The skill doesn't matter as much as your total commitment to it. Once you've chosen, the path is clear. Dedicate focused blocks of 4 to 5 hours daily. No half-hearted multitasking, no quick glances at your phone. This is deep work, silence, immersion, total presence. While others are lost in shallow tasks and social media noise, you'll be building invisible power. And here's the secret. Don't broadcast your journey. Don't announce it on Instagram. Don't seek validation before results. Practice in silence. Let your effort compound quietly. Because when mastery finally shows, it speaks louder than 1,000 promises. Look at the people who rule the world. The innovators, the creators, the leaders. Steve Jobs mastered design thinking. Elon Musk mastered engineering problem solving. Serena Williams mastered tennis. They didn't dabble. They went all in. And because they mastered one domain, the world gave them influence far beyond it. That's the leverage mastery gives you. When you're exceptional at one thing, opportunities come to you. People seek you out. Doors open. You stop chasing and start choosing, so I'll leave you with this. Don't try to be everything. Choose your one thing. Work at it every day with full focus. Cut distractions. Build quietly. And then when you've mastered it, watch how the world bends toward your effort. If this message lit a fire in you, don't let it fade. Subscribe right now. Drop a comment with the skill you're committed to mastering and share this with someone who needs direction. Because your future isn't waiting for luck, it's waiting for mastery. What separates true leaders from the rest of the crowd? It's not luck. It's not waiting for someone to hand them a chance. Leaders create their own opportunities. They don't sit back hoping for permission. They move, they act, and they carve out their own paths. But here's the part most people miss. If you want to lead, you must be willing to break rules. Not the law, not your ethics, but the rules society tries to impose on you. Get a safe job. Don't take risks. Stay in your lane. These are limits placed by others, not by you. And if you accept them, you'll live the same life as everyone else. Ordinary, predictable, and forgettable. Real growth happens where most people are too scared to go. Discomfort isn't danger. It's a signal that you're stretching, growing, becoming someone new. Leaders know this. They lean into discomfort. They take calculated risks. Because without risk, there is no reward. Think about it. Every decision you make in uncertainty shapes your future. Do you wait for things to be safe, or do you step forward anyway? Steve Jobs didn't wait for permission to reimagine technology. Elon Musk didn't ask for approval before launching rockets into space. They moved boldly when everyone else hesitated. And that's why they stand where few dare to. And here's the truth. If you keep doing what everyone else is doing, you'll end up exactly where they are. Stuck in the crowd, blending into the background. Leaders are different because they dare to be different. So I'll ask you, are you ready to stop waiting? Are you ready to break out of the limits others place on you and take ownership of your future? Because the world doesn't follow those who play it safe. It follows those who risk, decide, and lead. If this spoke to you, hit that subscribe button, share this video with someone who needs courage, and remember, your next bold step might just be the one that changes everything. Life will test you. Pain, failure, rejection, they all come. And when they do, most people believe it's the end of the road. But here's the truth. Pain and failure are temporary. They are not a verdict, they are a test of your patience, a test of your resilience, a test of whether you will stand back up when life knocks you down. Every successful person you admire has scars. They've been laughed at, doubted, and told they would never make it. Steve Jobs was fired from his own company. J.K. Rowling was rejected by more publishers than she could count. Cristiano Ronaldo was told he was too weak to play at the highest level. But what did they all do? They turned failure into fuel. They refused to quit, that's the difference. Talent may give you a head start, but persistence outlasts talent every single time. Most people quit at the first sign of resistance, but winners don't stop. They learn, they adjust, they come back stronger, and fear is nothing more than a story your mind tells you. What if I fail? What if people laugh? What if I'm not good enough? That story has only one purpose, to hold you back. The only way to silence fear is through action. Take the risk. Step forward. Prove fear wrong by doing the very thing it said you couldn't. Remember this. Success doesn't belong to the strongest or the luckiest. It belongs to those who keep going after failing. The ones who refuse to quit. The ones who see setbacks as lessons, not dead ends. So when the world says give up, you say, watch me. When your mind says you can't, you say, just wait, because your persistence will be your victory. If this message hit home, don't just listen, act. Hit that like button, subscribe for more, and share this with someone who's on the edge of giving up. Remind them, and yourself, Naren, that as long as you keep moving, failure can never define you. Time, the one thing you can never get back. Money lost can be earned again. Opportunities missed may come around in another form, but a wasted day is gone forever. And here's the harsh reality. Wasted days don't just vanish, they compound into wasted weeks, wasted months, and ultimately a wasted life. Think about how most people live. They wake up late, scroll through their phones for hours, binge on distractions, gossip, complain. and then wonder why nothing in their life changes. It's because they are spending the most valuable currency they'll ever own, their time, on things that don't matter. Successful people treat time differently. They guard it, they structure it, they invest it into high-leverage tasks that push them forward. Instead of chasing every shiny distraction, they focus on the one or two actions that truly move the needle. And here's the magic. Small daily discipline creates massive lifetime returns. 10 minutes of focused effort each day may not look like much, but compounded over years, it transforms your body, your mind, your finances, your future. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. It doesn't exist. The stars will never align, the conditions will never be flawless, and waiting only drains the limited time you already have. The perfect moment is now. The perfect person is you, exactly as you are with what you already have. So treat today like it's your last chance, because one day it will be. Don't waste your life scrolling through someone else's story when you could be writing your own. If this hit you, don't let the moment pass. Take one small action toward your dream today. And while you're here, hit that like button, subscribe, and share this with someone you care about. Because together we can stop wasting time and start building futures worth living. Who are you, really? Not your job title, not your bank balance, not what other people think of you. Your true identity is built in the actions you take every single day. Too many people anchor their sense of self in status, in what they own, how others see them, or where they stand compared to society. But here's the truth. Status can be stripped away in a second. Action, discipline, and character, those are untouchable. And this means one thing. Stop blaming circumstances. Stop pointing at the economy, your parents, your city, your boss, or your luck. None of those define you. What defines you is how you respond. If you are poor today, let it be your starting point, not your prison. If you're disrespected today, let it fuel you, not break you. The past may have shaped you, but it does not have to control your future. Responsibility is the most powerful identity you can carry. The moment you say, "It's all on me," you shift from victim to creator. And when you take ownership, something amazing happens. Credibility starts to grow. People stop listening to your excuses and start noticing your results. Consistency builds identity. One workout doesn't make you fit, but daily discipline shapes your body. One good idea doesn't make you an entrepreneur, but showing up every day turns you into a builder. Slowly, action carves identity, and identity commands respect. Your mission is to become the kind of person nobody can ignore, not because you shout the loudest, but because your results speak louder than words. Walk into any room and let your work, your discipline, your presence announce who you are, a person who owns their life. So start today. Define yourself through action, not excuses. And if this message struck you, take responsibility for one thing you've been avoiding. Then hit like, subscribe, and share this with someone who needs the reminder. You are not your circumstances. You are your choices. Fear. That little voice inside your head that whispers, what if you fail? What if they laugh? What if you're not enough? But here's the truth most people never realize. Fear is nothing more than a story you tell yourself. And like any story, it can be rewritten. The only way to shrink fear is to face it, avoid it, and it grows like a shadow. Confront it and it dissolves. Want to become a speaker? Stand up and speak, even if your voice shakes. Want to build something new? Take that risk, even if the outcome is uncertain. Innovation, progress, leadership, they are born in the moments when someone feels fear but moves forward anyway. Courage is not a one-time act. It's not a heroic leap off a cliff. It's built through small daily choices. Raising your hand when you're nervous, sharing an idea that might get rejected, making that difficult phone call, stepping into the unknown again and again. Each act of courage compounds. Each one adds a brick to the wall of your confidence until one day, fear no longer controls you. Your future will not be decided by the fears you feel, but by the choices you make despite those fears. The life you dream of sits on the other side of discomfort, waiting for you to step forward. So ask yourself right now, what fear is keeping you small? And what's one action you can take today to prove that fear wrong? Take that step. Be courageous. And if this message speaks to you, don't just listen and act. Then like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who needs to be reminded that fear is just a story, and courage is how you write a new ending. They say move in silence. Let success make the noise. And there's wisdom in that. Too many people broadcast every idea, every dream, every plan, only to watch it fizzle under the weight of doubt, negativity, or even envy. Here's the truth. When you announce your ambitions too early, you invite distraction. You invite unnecessary opinions. You invite criticism from people who don't share your vision or your courage. And worse, every time you talk, you release energy that could have been spent building. That's why humility and privacy are powerful allies. Work quietly in the shadows, not because you lack confidence, but because you're protecting your focus. Keep your goals close to your chest. Refuse to give outsiders the chance to derail your momentum before it even begins. When you do this, something magical happens. Your results begin to speak for themselves. You won't need to convince anyone of your worth. You won't need validation. The proof will be undeniable, written in your progress, your achievements, your transformation. Strategic secrecy is not about hiding forever. It's about building in silence until the world can't ignore what you've created. It keeps you grounded, disciplined, and free from the noise that kills dreams before they start. So remember this. Not everyone deserves a front row seat to your journey. Protect your energy, guard your plans, and let your results be your loudest announcement. If this resonates with you, hit like, subscribe, and share this with someone who talks about their goals more than they act on them. Remind them, silence builds, noise destroys. Imagine this, a brilliant mind trapped in a tired, sluggish body. No matter how sharp your ideas are, no matter how big your dreams, if your body fails, everything else collapses. That's why health isn't a side project. It's the foundation of success. Short, consistent exercise, even just 10 or 15 minutes daily, can completely shift your energy. It sharpens your focus, strengthens your willpower, and proves to yourself that you can follow through. Each push-up, each run, each stretch is a small vote for the person you're becoming. Because discipline is not about waiting for motivation. Motivation comes and goes, but discipline is the muscle that carries you through when you don't feel like moving. And the secret? Discipline is built in small wins. Wake up early, break a sweat. Do the hard thing before excuses arrive. Every small victory compounds, and soon, your willpower becomes unshakable. Treat your body like your most valuable asset, because it is. Fuel it, move it, respect it. Energy is the currency of greatness, and discipline is the lock that protects it. The truth is, the world belongs to those who can keep going when others quit. And that power starts with health, energy, and discipline. If this message hit you, subscribe now and share it with someone who needs a reminder. Success is not built on comfort, it's built on consistency. Picture this. Two people start their day. One wakes up dreading the alarm, rushing to a job where they follow orders. The other wakes up with a fire inside, knowing they're building something of their own. A business, a brand, a skill that will outlive the 9-to-5 grind. What separates them? It's not luck. It's a mindset shift. To become a boss, you must stop thinking like a job seeker and start thinking like a creator. Don't just ask, who will hire me? Instead, ask, what can I create that gives me options, freedom, and power? That could mean starting a small business, building a personal brand, or mastering a rare skill that people can't ignore. A boss doesn't wait for permission. They make decisions. They take risks. They fall and they get back up stronger. Entrepreneurship isn't easy. It demands resilience, courage, and the ability to keep moving when the world doubts you. But that's exactly why it's worth it. Stop letting others dictate your path. Rule your life by creating value. Because when you create value, people chase you. Opportunities chase you. You're no longer trapped in someone else's vision. You're living your own. If this hit home for you, subscribe right now and share this video with someone who's ready to stop following commands and start building their empire. Your future boss self is waiting, but only if you take the first step today. Imagine this. 10 years from now, you look back on today. Will you remember it as the moment you decided to change, or just another day lost to hesitation? The truth is simple. Transformation begins the instant you commit to action. Start now. Pick one skill that matters to your future. Wake up early, carve out time for deep, uninterrupted work, and build momentum with small, consistent wins. Just 10-15 minutes of exercise will sharpen your body and mind. Silence the noise of distractions, gossip, and endless scrolling. Work privately, let your results speak, and watch how quickly the world takes notice. In the midterm, you'll face challenges. People may doubt you, failure will test you, and the road won't always be smooth. But persistence is your weapon. Every setback becomes fuel, every lesson makes you stronger, and every failure moves you closer to mastery. In the long term, you'll no longer just follow, you'll lead. You'll create opportunities instead of waiting for them. Your identity will no longer be tied to circumstances but anchored in purpose, discipline, and value creation. So here's the final message. Believe in yourself, act daily, and never stop. Your life doesn't transform through bursts of motivation. It transforms through consistent, focused action. If you're ready to step into that life, hit subscribe, share this with someone who needs to hear it, and commit in the comments to one small step you'll take today. Remember, the future belongs to those who start now.